like ulcers and stuff like that. These things are very real.
Well, then,
Meanwhile,
let me
many
go now. Thank you so
yeah,
much
traditional
for
views and
your
rights, yeah. Like the traditional views, like they sit there and like it. When I hear traditional views from people, all I think of is like
help. Wait a moment.
racism, homophobia, and sexism. Like the second they do that, oh, we want the traditional family. Okay, so what you're saying is you want only men and women of the same race to get together just so they can have children. That's what that statement gets to me. Thank you for the heart quartz. Thank you. I'm not sure what's weird, Tank. What's weird?
Field bunny shouldn't be as wary of you. I think this particular cloak would fit you best. I wish there were enough for all.
Don't start with the please. I had a doctor tell me I'm bipolar when I'm not.
Are you certain?
I don't have any sing.
Cloak as well.
Thank you for the necklace. I'm not sure what kind of necklace that is, Quartz. Much thanks.
The least we can do is repay those
This
favors. Don't you think?
That's also relevant to the issue, though. Doctors overall need to be more informed. Oh, 100%. There's always don't have any sign. Yeah. Like I love that. It's like the doctor doesn't know. Like it's like the same thing with like the vaccines and stuff like that. People tend to be like very uninformed about like different medical decisions like that. And I'm 100% for like if you don't want to get the vaccine, 100% your body, your choice, always. But things like that have consequences. Because if you're not vaccinated, like obviously like the immunity of people has gone up a lot from whether they've gotten it and not died or gotten the vaccine and their immune response is up. But it's the same thing with like the flu. The flu, if you're like a lot of people get the flu vaccine. And that's one of those things where if you get it, you get it, you don't, you don't. Did any Eternal Sonata? I have played Eternal Sonata. Quick hi and bye. Love the face. Tell my wife. Oh, thanks, Momo. Thank you. I will. Because I'm diabetic, I'm not on metformin. I'm not on. Okay, and I'm on an injector once a week. Oh, okay. But yeah, like stuff like that where if you don't take it, especially when the pandemic was in the high heat and there was so much contagion around. Obviously, somebody who's not vaccinated, you don't want around a giant group of people because not everyone can be vaccinated because like some people have like lower immune response and stuff like that. It's like the fact that they're like taking you out of that group of people, whether it be affecting whether you're working or not, that's to protect other people's lives. So doctors will just jump to a lot of doctors 100% will jump to diagnose things just to get fucking treatments out. Like I remember like the big jump with like ADHD and stuff like that where they were just fucking throwing out pills to fucking everybody. That was a big thing like a couple years ago. I don't know how prevalent it is now, but like I remember that when that went fucking wild. And the medication he wants to give me will make me gain weight, and that's the problem for that. Yeah, exactly. This game made you cry so good. Oh, Eternal Sonata. This is Star Ocean: The Last Hope. What about sprucing up your immune system? Like, what do you mean? Do you mean like by like getting sick? Or, like, getting the virus itself? Because, like, I realize, like, that's another way. The 1980s. Yeah, Star Ocean: The Last Hope. The opioid epidemic. Oh, I just noticed that thing was yelling at me. But, like, because, like, I'm all for, like, natural immunity and stuff, but, like, vaccines have, like, helped leaps and bounds to eradicate some things. Because there's some things that are just too strong for a lot of people's immune systems. Like... I had COVID twice after getting, and I guess another thing for vaccines is a lot of people like to sit there. It's like, oh well, your people that have gotten vaccinated have still gotten it. It's like, yeah, that's because vaccines don't get rid of and make you immune to something. They make you less susceptible to it because they put antibodies in your system, kind of like getting said getting said disease, like 100%. You could develop natural antibodies, but at the same time, there is a gigantic risk for that, especially when, like, some of these diseases and supports vaccines. Balto supports vaccines. Do you hate good dogs? Then vaccinate. But, like, at the same time, like, if you sit there, it's like, yeah, like, 100%, if you want to get natural immunity, that's fine. But this vaccine is going to help that natural immunity, like, start. So, like, if you don't get it, the chances of you dying from said, you know, disease are much, much higher. So it's like, do you want to take that chance that you'll die for your natural immunity? It's like, if you want to, that's fine. Like, go for that. And then, you know, if you like, die from it, that's 100%, like, on you. 100%. But it's like, other people that don't want to risk that shouldn't be put at extra risk because you don't want to get it. This is Star Ocean: The Last Hope. What is this? What is this game or I'll report the live, right? The mandates gave you the option, though. The mandates, you still didn't have to take them, but they just made it so that if you didn't take them, they were taking you out of these places that were filled with people. Like, that's what I'm getting at by that. Like, if you didn't, like... Exactly, but that's the thing, though. That's where it goes back to the part where I was saying that if you don't get it, they take you out of these spots so that people who are getting it, or people who can't get it, aren't at a higher risk. Not a problem, Lucy, not a problem. This is Star Ocean. Yeah, but also risking it, like, you're risking your children, you're risking other people's health. Like, the second that your choice risks other people's lives, your choice gets you removed from certain situations. Yeah, the mandates were there saying that if you didn't take it, you didn't get to go to these certain jobs that wouldn't let you go in. Because if you went there and people couldn't get the vaccine because they're more immunocompromised, but they still had to go to work, that was making you put them at risk, because some people are carriers and have no symptoms. Because, like, my immune system is very good. I get sick almost never. Like, I almost never get sick. But I got COVID twice, even after the vaccine, and I was out. Like, I was out for a couple days. And I could only imagine what would have happened if I wasn't vaccinated. I'm trying to remember how to get through here, because there's supposed to be a bunny. Depending on your beliefs, we aren't even responsible for our actions, though. Just because you don't like the choice doesn't mean there isn't a choice. Exactly. Pro-Vax RPG runs is your jam. That's the thing, though. They've been working... like, I understand the transparency. Like, the lack of transparency is definitely a problem. I will agree with that. Just give me a second there. I'm trying to find this fucking... Where is the fucking bunny rabbit? I know maybe I'm supposed to go back to town. But, like, the transparency thing is definitely a problem, and the lack of information. But they've been working on the COVID vaccine is a different strain of another virus, which they've been working, That's fine. I'm the hate, like, I'm just saying an opinion. The fact that you're hating proves that you're just, like, ridiculous. Like, if you don't, like, I'm all for, like, if you want to choose to get it or not, don't. But, like, it's the fact that, like, people demonize other sides. Like, there's horrible people on both sides of this 100%. And, like, the fact that they've been working on a vaccine for, like, the other versions of the virus, it's just, but that's why it was rushed. They've been working on it, and there's years of, like, actual information on it. It's just, this is obviously a new strain, so they didn't know exactly how it would work. Good luck making a logical decision in a country that promotes lack of transparency. That's every country. Like, every country has problems with transparency. Is this Pal World? 100% Pal World. If you follow the money related to the vaccine process. that's everything though. Like there's always going to be problems with like big pharma interjecting in things, like 100%. But it's the fact that like if we didn't have vaccines, there would people still be like that would still be getting polio right now, and there would still like the last I think there was still a person in an iron lung up until recently. So glad I don't get the shot or any of my family members. The fact that we're keeping test secrets. See that, like, I'll agree with that. Like, the fact that they're keeping certain test secrets, certain test information a secret, that is a big red flag. But, like, all the conspiracy theories coming out about all of these secrets are also very ridiculous in the same fact. Vaccines have never cured anything. Vaccines are there to build immunities to things. Like, they're, like, polio still exists, but the amount of polio is almost non-existent. Like, vaccines don't eliminate diseases, they just help mitigate the amount of people that get them or symptoms. Oh, I definitely see the division globally, but the division globally is caused by politicians. Like, the amount of hate that's just everywhere is, like, 100% ridiculous. Oh, yeah, oh, the FDA, like, well, that's, like, I don't know, like, as much about the FDA, but, like, all these different organizations, they'll allow certain things in other countries, but not, like, or allow certain things in, like, your country, but not other countries. Like, the polio does not exist if you are vaccinated against it. I bet you there's still some people that are probably still have it, even if they have been vaccinated. But like it builds up your immune response to it, so you can fight it off. But, like, that's where, like, the FDA and different organizations that allow things into, like, different countries for them to use in different products, that's on those different places. Like, obviously, other places are going to be stricter about it. It's the same with, like gun laws. There are countries that have different gun laws. Information not being advertised is not this... Yeah. Well, I get that's also the same. Like, the information not being advertised is not the same as it not being out there, because... But, like, a lot of people don't know how to do proper research either. Oh, yeah, 100% we should be asking. That's... that 100%, I will agree with you on that 100%. How do I summon this fucking bunny character? Give me a second here. Nope. This is Xenosaga 4. We're not ventriloquists. Xenosaga 4. Yeah, like 100% they should, like any of these, like, vaccines and stuff like that, all of the data, like I'm 100% in agreement with you there. Like, these companies should be just, like, releasing them and being like, this is what's going on. These are potential side effects, and not just, like, you know, throwing it out there and not telling anybody. Use for... Oh, I guess I gotta tame one of these bunnies. So I have to go back. Why are you running weird? Oh, there we go. I did say Xenosaga. Whoops, this is Star Ocean 4, The Last Hope. I did mean Star Ocean. Now, where are we going? Favorite Star Ocean game? Star Ocean 2. Yes, we're getting to the bunnies, Kenneth. What? I went the wrong way. I think the bunnies are just over here. I'm sitting here wondering where I'm supposed to go. Just got the fucking bunny reins. Search for bunnies. Yeah, Star Ocean 2, hands down, 100%.
Alright, we're gonna
I forget what's wrong with Raimi right now. I know she's not feeling the best. she's not having a good time at all. I think she got bit.
Raimi?
Oh, they re-released Monster Hunter 1 and 2?
What's the
Sweet.
matter,
This is Star Ocean 4, The Last Hope. I almost went and said Xenosaga again.
Ray Ray, are you okay?
She just had a bib and a fork and a knife. Where the hell did that go? Remember scanning CDs? Yep, to get the different monsters? That was fucking great.
Don't tell me you've been sick all this time.
Huh. That was a fucking wild rant off there, Baus. And Quartz. Oh,
We need to get back to Tatroy.
that was an insane time.
Come on.
No, like that's, I thought it was Xenoblade when I first joined. I love how some of these games have, like, very similar, like, aspects or, like, I guess, kind of, like, styles to them. 'Cause I just saw the bunny. This is Star Ocean 4, The Last Hope. Oh, look at that. That looks like a fun time. But yeah, like, I think you're the second or third person that said Xenoblade. A lot of people come in and say Phantasy Star. The weapon does look low-key look like the Monado.
Same dream again.
Keep having a dream of zombies that are on fire. What's wrong with this fire zombies? This doesn't make any sense.
I wonder, is my neighbor having a nightmare too?
You love Chrono Cross, me too. Chrono Cross is peak.
I'm so sorry.
Huh?
Please, forgive me.
Star Ocean, The Last Hope.
I'm sorry. So sorry.
Oh no, she's having a panic
What
attack
are you saying?
and hallucinations, but I think she's also been bitten by something, so it might be natural drugs. Oh, there's a mistake they made. She's supposed to have her hand against her head, but it keeps floating like fucking 5 inches away.
Raimi isn't apologizing to us.
I imagine she's
Your boy Fate? I know I've said Fate a couple times.
She must be having a terrible nightmare.
You're close though. You're close. You're one game off. I don't know why I'm pointing over here. I'm pointing at the chat instead of at you.
Ray Ray. Edge.
Texture replacements. Yes.
Ray's hand. It's so hard.
What?
Oh, is she getting the stone sickness? As they raise the hand, stone sickness.
Boculus?
Another game that people mistake this one for is
No.
Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star, that's the one.
Disease is endemic.
Yeah, I've had a couple people come in and say Phantasy Star. Yeah, like do it like the zombie stuff, like in The Walking Dead Quartz. Oh no, stone stuff. Cut off the arm. Problem solved.
Eventual death.
How do you know so much about this?
I went through quite a lot in my younger days.
Gotta play capitalist real quick. No problem, no problem.
This has a
Yes, a remedy.
Oh look,
She'll be just
Bacchus is doing the Skinnamarink-a-dink thing. The
sickness was at
Skinnamarink-a-dinky-dink.
one time an incurable disease.
Skinnamarink cannon.
It does exist now.
Let's
And then they just start exploding things.
Canal barge. I'm sure we'll be able to find the remedy there.
Oh, really?
They didn't Game of Thrones too. I must have missed that because I didn't finish Game of Thrones. I was like very far in, but didn't get like, I think the last season or two.
I'm staying in
I'll finish it at some point.
I wanted to go on, so I came here, and what a wonderful
Why does this look so familiar? Star Ocean, The Last Hope. It's the fourth one. It's an old PS3 game. Oh, she's got it on the foot too.
That bad?
Oh dear, the symptoms.
Don't do it, bro. Yeah, I've heard bad things about the ending.
Can we cure her? Yes. It's just as I said before. If you have the remedy, she'll get better in no time.
Will she? Will she though?
I think she must be exhausted.
Oh God, Star Ocean. Get to the last episode and stop.
But she pushes herself.
Almost as bad as I actually haven't watched Lost.
Exhaustion.
As much as Lost is said to be such like an amazing show. I'm always one of those people that when something becomes like this ridiculously crazy like show that I never pay attention to it until like a long time later.
Kept myself
Like
he wouldn't have.
that was I haven't even finished Full Metal Alchemist because I had a friend that was obsessed with it like when it came out.
Person that regret benefits
It is until the last episode. I watched it years later.
Others can benefit from your actions.
Yeah, like the Full Metal Alchemist. Like I know Full Metal Alchemist is great. Like I've watched some of it,
I borrowed
but I had this one friend in high school that was like beyond obsessed, and like you know how some fans can get. And they got obsessed to that point where I went and I was like, no,
Now is the time to make a decision.
all I ever hear out of this person's mouth is fucking about is about Full Metal Alchemist. So I was like, nope, not doing it. Not fucking doing it. Not watching it. So I just didn't. And it was one of those things where like hearing about it too much just got me away from it. Shao Tucker did nothing wrong. He was just trying to make cat girls. At least with FMA, you can also enjoy Brotherhood. Now, did they? No, she's still not there. Fuckers. But like, that's what I mean. Like, it's one of those things. Like, same with like Lost. Same with fucking Game of Thrones. Like, I liked Game of Thrones, but then Game of Thrones got too big. And like, I was hearing about it everywhere, so I just ignored it. Do you like cat girls? So does Shao Tucker. This is Star Ocean: The Last Hope. That's not the door. That's between tables. But no, it's the same with like Dexter was a big one too. Like I'm a huge fan of Dexter. Like I watched all of Dexter. But like Dexter was one of those things where just it was out of nowhere. It was everywhere. Like you couldn't fucking go anywhere for a while without hearing, you know, Dexter this, Dexter that, and eventually I just got to... I got stuck on a fucking bird. Look at that bird. It stopped me from running. You'd think running at, like, a ridiculously fast pace. Oh, that's the Coliseum. Oh, I need that to open up now. The Brotherhood thing, I can't bring myself to watch Hellsing Ultimate because of the early changes. Ah, Hellsing. Good old Hellsing. Sure, let's get on. Let's go. All aboard! There she is. OG Hellsing was so much darker. Ah, fucking Alucard. As much as I know we were talking before about like DLCs and paying like $40 for a character and stuff like that,
Watching over her.
the Alucard finishers in Call of Duty are fucking they go crazy.
Well, I can't say much for Lynn, but Raimi will be safe with Bacchus caring for her.
I see. Well, that's good to hear.
Oh, sitting here thinking about like how like off crazy that fucking that rant went. I wonder if any of those people reported my profile, reported my live.
It doesn't bother me at all. And please, just call me Sarah, okay?
Because those are some very, very taboo topics for some people. Cosplayed Alucard at AWA. Ran into Castlevania Alucard. Oh, that would have been great.
I'm
Huh?
not a chicken. I'm Featherfolk.
I'm not a chicken, I swear.
What's that?
There's no white. Oh, I get it. I was gonna say there's no white meat in here, but like just look at her. She's just all white meat.
Could about the skies of her enclave with ease, but me? Oh,
That's a really nice beard. Ah, growing your first ever.
I don't deserve
I think it's funny because you can't even see half of it because right now I've got mine. I'm gonna open this window for a second. There we go. Fucking, I've got mine braided right now. I have like a fucking bead in the bottom of it. Where did my...
We Featherfolk have had amicable
garbage can.
relations with the king for many generations.
Close that off right quick.
We arrive at Astral Castle
Yeah, my beard is actually down to here right now, and probably slightly lower than that, because that's with it braided up, so it's probably up a little bit.
The remedy was traded for very high
I'm technically missing 4 inches because I accidentally set it on fire
turned to
before,
stone, and the continent was
so it should be longer, but I caused a boo boo.
This served as a lesson. Now the king manages all of the antidote and sells it.
What happened to her people are wild. Agreed. No, I'm a plumber. I work in the trades, and we do we work with copper when we do a lot of like the shower valves and stuff like that we put in walls. So we do a lot of soldering and brazing. So I was soldering a joint, and I was like, fuck, I can't remember if I got that joint. So while I was still heating up the copper, I went to look around the back of the joint just to make sure I got it. And one hair, literally one hair on my beard, fucking got caught, and it went and it burnt half of my beard up about 4 inches.
That was our plan.
Well, if you are.
There's a free little con here in Nashville this weekend. I'm gonna break out the Alucard again. Nice.
It's a port town on the west coast of this continent.
unless I can get the Inuyasha to cooperate.
To drop to meet a certain person when I ran into all of you.
No, the story for this game was really good.
Been out of contact for so
Agreed,
long.
Mars. Agreed, Mars Bars.
Must discuss with her.
Yeah, it was hilarious because like I sat there and I couldn't even feel my beard burning. It was the smell that got me first, and I was like, "What's that smell?" And then I've started Dr. Stone. I like Dr. Stone. I like the premise of Dr. Stone. I'm not far into it, but Dr. Stone is like just with the little bit I've got in. I love Dr. Stone so far.
Really, really young. I read about her in a picture book.
But yeah, like I smelt it first, and then I felt a little bit of the heat as it started to get further up, and I was like, "What's that?" And I just looked down, and I seen it, and I was just like, "Oh!" And I just like patted it out on my shirt, and I was like, "Huh."
And goes around saving people.
I have a Gen 2. Nice. Where her clothes at? That's just how the cat girl is. That's how we found her.
Beautiful.
This is Star Ocean: The Last Hope, 4th in the series. I believe this game. I think all of the Star Oceans are on Steam, Hannah. I know they're also all on the PlayStation Store for like PS4, PS5. I think they might also be on Xbox. I'm not 100% sure about that though.
Nothing more than a picture book. It may have nothing.
I played the endgame bosses a long time ago.
Lady Elena really existed. She left
Cat girl in clothes? What are you talking about?
This is sounding more and more dubious.
In any event, this
Raw. Next question.
still seems to be alive.
Yep, Star Ocean: The Last Hope.
Miss Elena,
Yeah, I've beaten every Star Ocean to date and done most of their endgame stuff.
Guideposts they needed to get back on track.
But sometimes you have to take a break because Star Ocean has a lot of content to begin with, and then their endgame content is just fucking wild.
How about you try speaking with her too, Edge? You might find yourself feeling a bit better. That would be perfect. The Holy Maiden, Lady Elena, can see the future. It said so in my
Not the
picture book.
future lady.
Meow, 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 meow.
Putting that aside for the moment.
See, I'm very iffy on when people say they can tell the
I believe you
future,
should take it to heart.
because you know it's like,
Only after
can you tell a certain future? Can you tell a future that can be changed, or is it one of many futures? Which one? Yeah, the Last Hope. The last one. We had other ones. They didn't quite make it. So we're on the last one now. I love when they do that. Well, that's like I love using real science when I play Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I don't know if you've ever played with anybody that's played like when they play D&D and they use like actual science for like things that their character does. Like, there's a guy I played with, and he was like the most versatile bard character ever, and he wasn't like your typical like I need to sleep with everything bard. He was just like an all-around jack of all trades, and like he could sit there and like use magic, quote quote, because he'd sit there and he'd throw like fireballs, and I don't mean like Molotov cocktails. He used to have like bags of flour that he would carry, and like throw them at an enemy and then cause like a spark and cause an area explosion, because flour does that. If you make a big giant fucking cloud of flour and you like light a match or get one like a bit of that flour to light on fire, it causes an area explosion. Yeah, and that's what it makes it hard to tell the player no when the science works in real life, right?
This is strange.
Oh, this is the newest one. Like this is like the last one that they came out with that they put in like the PS5 store. This is Star Ocean: The Last Hope. It's the 4K one. The 4K one.
Incubation period. And now
This is Star Ocean: The Last Hope, Steve. Steven?
Yes.
Or do you want me to call you Steve? I feel like Steven, because Steven is there.
When symptoms show, it advances quickly.
I'll take broken real science over broken magic every time.
well,
Can you imagine doing both, like an area explosion with flour and a fireball?
Prefer you not mention it at all.
Throw the bag of flour first, and then throw the fireball to make the explosion bigger?
Castle, let's go.
Like you need to make a fireball explosion bigger, but like whatever.
Let's go.
But yeah, like, it was funny when he was like making his character, he would always carry the most ridiculous items, and people were just like, why are you carrying that? Like, that doesn't make any sense.